One thing that's reflective in our lives is that we were once deemed as worst of the worst. We were once deemed as kids that would never change. We were given some very extreme consequences for some very serious offenses.
My name is Kazan. I'm from California. I was given a life without the possibility of parole sentence plus 4 years in 1994. I was convicted of first-degree murder.
My name is Mario Taylor. I was 15 years old when I was arrested for first-degree murder with the use of a deadly weapon.
I was charged with first-degree murder when I was 16 years old.
I was found guilty of first-degree murder with the use of a deadly weapon and sentenced to 40 years to life. The 2 years that I was in the Clark County detention center, I never seen my mom. She never played a major role in my life, even before being incarcerated.
Even though I was raised in a impoverished neighborhood with a single-parent mother who was addicted to drugs, the abuse that I endured didn't really take effect until I was a little bit older. But for a 9-year-old child who has to endure the abuse from a mother, they're not able to comprehend what's happening to them, let alone be able to express the issues. So from 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, the traumas that I experienced were some that I can't even talk about some of them.
Unfortunately, a lot of that trauma, I think, manifested itself in some very devastating ways. And I think for the most part, it's because I was driven for the most basic and fundamental human needs, and those needs were for love and acceptance.
I'm not saying that justifies, by any means, my crime. I live every day with the remorse and the grief for taking someone's life, regardless of the circumstances.
His name was Christopher Beaver. I walk with him every day. His mother actually forgave me, and I'm like truly, truly grateful for that. And I mean, I don't know where I would be right now without her and her family.
Before she even forgave me, I decided to live my life the way I could, however I could live my life to let him live through me.
In 15 years I did in prison, I went to school, got my high school diploma, got my GED, got a college degree, started programs, went through intense and extensive mental health programs to try to figure out what behavior led me there, fix those problems, and become a better person.
The only desire that we've all ever had was to be better people and one day have a chance to be back in society.
Coming out, I was able to allow my life to be a reflection of that eternal apology. And I've been working for the past 12 years in positions that were designed to keep children out of the criminal justice system and out of the grave. I've done quite a bit in terms of gang intervention, bias prevention. I was a ceasefire outreach worker. I was a juvenile justice diversion program coordinator with Alternatives. I also went on to work with Catholic Charities, a street intervention specialist. And most recently, before this position with the campaign, I did 5.5 years of research with Northwestern University as part of the Northwestern Juvenile Project, in which I had interviewed and assessed the mental health needs and outcomes of over 800 formerly incarcerated youth, much like us. When I came to realize that in all reality, we do have the capacity, that I was not the exception to the rule. And I became to become more and more inspired by the individuals I had met, and I realized that something had to be done. That we had to do something in regards to amplifying these stories and to sharing these, very inspirational but yet not uncommon stories that kids can change. And I really hope that you give these individuals here in Nevada the same opportunity that I had.